Okay, here, last video here. I moved the cap, the fitting. If you look right there, that's just a plain old. I mean, I had that fitting, so it's not a special thread. That's not a special tool that I bought. I don't remember. I don't know what the size of it is, but I had that cap. So, you know, that cap fits on there, and I just take the fitting off, the whole fitting with the cap on it, and switch it to the other side, and then that way I don't have to keep taking the cap off because I Teflon tape it and all that. And then you can just move it over and take this fitting right here and put it on the other side to connect the fuel line. You know, so be it. And so here we go. Now I've got the passenger side hooked up. Driver's side is blocked. So it already failed the driver's side. So let's see what it does on the passenger side. Here we go. Let me put it so you can see it. Batteries are starting to get a little low. Give it a second here. It already failed it once, but let's see. Batteries are low, man. Yeah. Okay, right there, straight out of the standpipe. So, he just had these rerung. This is why I'm shooting this video. You know, normally if we have an issue, you know, it could just be, I don't know, it's not a common, not very common, I mean, but he did just have all this stuff done. Alliant power O-rings, you know. I don't know why I always get these. I keep getting these aftermarket parts, you know, the Dorman oil coolers, aftermarket injectors, aftermarket O-rings, you know, all this stuff. Seems I keep getting them, and, you know, this customer just paid to have his, I mean, you can't, I don't know, I can't blame him because he had it in the shop. You know, he's at the shop's mercy. The shop guy said, well, we might as well go ahead and re-ring all these injectors. You know, let's re-ring all of them. Well, crap. Now, either he over-torqued, under-torqued. You know, well, that's pretty much it. Either he over-torqued, under-torqued, or didn't clean the injector cups good enough to get the crush washer to seal. So, I mean, he's kicking around possibly just doing a set of injectors because he's got number 2 and number 8 out right now, which thank God at 86.4, huh? But now, you know, I know the proper way is pull a glow plug, pull one glow plug per side, or I mean per cylinder, keep cranking until the bubbles go away. That'll tell us when, you know, exactly what injector is bad. Pull the glow plugs, crank it, fuel will come out the bottom, you know, bubbles will quit coming out the top. But, you know, with both heads being bad and the injectors just being re-rung, I'm not going to go that route. I'm not going to pull it, because if I pull the glow plugs, I do new glow plugs and new wires, so that's $200 in parts right there. You know, plus the labor to pull the glow plugs. So I'm really thinking we're just going to go straight to injectors. Whether we put them back in, he's got a number 5 injector weak over here, so you know, 8 and if he wants to keep these injectors, I'll re-ring them all with 4 parts, and then I'll take, say, number 2 or number 4 or number 6, and I'll put it in the number 5 hole over here, and then buy 2 new injectors for 8 and 2. That's, you know, I'm trying to keep it cost efficient for him. The other option he's seriously considering is just dusting his hands and buying a whole new set. But you know, that's a bunch of money right there. So I did give him an option. You know, we've got a way to get it back on the road. But as long as the hold down clamps, these right here, were not over torqued. Yeah, don't mind that K&N. O'Reilly's brought that by, wanted me to have it. I was like, I don't even put K&Ns on. But long as he didn't over torque this. If he over torqued this, and I'll check the torque before I disassemble it, before I take it down. You know, I'll check what the torque is tightened to. You know, if they're 26, 27, fine, I'll go ahead and reuse it. If they're 30, 31, 32, or more, he's going to have to buy a new set. Well, not a new set, but all the ones that are over of hold down clamps, because this bolt will stretch. Once this bolt stretches, this piece is trash. And I don't know what the price is on them. I bought them once for $7, and I had to buy one another day, and it was $25. I don't know what the heck's going on. I think I got who knows. But, you know, we got to make sure that it's not, I mean, obviously, it's got to be installer failure. I mean, it's got to be. And it could be under-torqued. If it's under-torqued, I mean, I don't know. You know, if it's under-torqued, I'll probably go ahead and just tighten them down to torque it and then re-bubble test. And if it seals it, you know, quick, easy fix. I'm not counting on it. I'm not really condoning that. I'd much rather, if it's under-torqued and it's been driven, I'd rather pull the injectors out, clean the cups, put new washers, put new O-rings and everything. But hopefully I covered most of it. I do know that you pull the glow plugs to properly figure out which cylinder, but since it's both freaking heads are bad, it seems like a waste of time. You know, every injector's coming out anyways. I got to expose both sides. You know, there's chances are if it's one on both sides, it could possibly be all of them on both sides. So it's kind of it'd be a waste of time. It'd be a lot easier to just re-O-ring the injectors, because I already have to take at least one out. So that's my video. That's pretty much it for this one. I don't know. I might do a follow-up once I get, you know, once we get the word from the customer. Whichever way we go, I'll probably do a final install bubble test. I mean, I always do that. Anytime I change an injector, after I get done with the injector and torque it down before I put the oil rail on, I'll go ahead and do a bubble test on it. You know, I know it's not, you know, there could be air still in the system, but it should stay there. So, you know, that's another thing I always do is throw an injector in, do a quick bubble test, make sure it's sealed, on down the road they go. But there's my video. Have a good day, guys.